Okay, so this is a how-to of how to play Jasey Rae acoustic, and I didn't really see any good review tutorials, so I'm gonna try my best to show you if you want to learn, if you're like a visual learner and don't like the tabs, because there's like a couple discrepancies in the tabs. But okay, so if you want to play this song, the first thing that you're gonna have to do is tune your guitar. So it's gonna be from the top string down, D, A, D, G, A, E. So from the bottom up, it would be E, A, G, D, A, D, and that's it. The second thing, there's really only 2 chords in the song, so if you get those 2, you should be good, and just practice. I'm not going to play with the exact song, I don't have the song on my computer or anything, but this is going to be going along to either the acoustic album version or the version that Alex plays by himself on BuzzNet, and it's on YouTube, so just go check that out. But okay, so I guess the first thing you want to do is just listen to the song, get the timing down, and the first chord is going to be like this, starting from the top string. Let's see, it's going to be open, 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 then 7th fret, open, then 5th fret. And what you want to do is use your pinky for the 7th fret and this one pointer for your 5th fret. And when you do that, it's going to sound like this. So that's the first chord, that's the intro chord. And you could, if you're playing along to the album version, you could just play along like with that. But on the Alex's version, which I like, he goes from 7 with the pinky to 5 with the other finger, the ring finger. so it goes kind of like, let me get this in here. Okay, so that was the first chord, and the second chord is going to be this chord. You're just going to move up and down. Keep your pinky in the same place on the G string all the time. You always want to have your pinky on the G string. Well, except for when you're switching from 5 to 6, but for the chords, or 7 to 6. So the next chord is going to be 5 from the top string, 5, 5, open, 7 with your pinky, open, open. So it's going to sound like that. Well, it's going to sound like that. And he plays that. Again, you could just play that along with the album version when it switches. But in his version, you can see he does the same thing. How he went from, let me get better. How he went from 7 to 6 with the pinky to ring. He does that again, so it goes something like. So that's the next chord, and this is like the main chord that you can use the whole song. And from here, from 5, 5, open, 7, open, open, you're gonna just move down to 11 or 9, 9, open, 11, open, open. So it's gonna sound. And then he does a little progression, and then he goes to 7, 7, open, 9, open, open, and then back to this 5 chord. And on the 5, again, he does a little pinky action thing. So you're kind of just gonna have to get used to that. You could watch him. That's the easiest, or just get to the rhythm. Go something like that. Okay, that was the intro. So next, when you move to the verse, after all that business, you hit the open chord. I'm just gonna call this chord the open chord. So it's open, 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 7, open, 5. So it's gonna sound. And he says lights out, and then it goes I still hear the rain, and on rain you're gonna about rain you're gonna hear the 11 or 9 9 open 11, and then from there I still hear the rain. These images on the, around images. Again, you'll just have to listen to it. It goes to 7, and then from 7 it goes to 5, and then back to 7. So lights out, I still hear the rain. These images that fill my head now keep my fingers from making mistakes. And then it goes back to 11. Tell my voice what it takes to speak up, and keep my conscience clean when I wake. So it's just basically going from 9, 7, 5, 7. And I see a lot of the comments like strumming pattern, and basically if you're playing 2 notes or 20 notes, it's gonna sound good as long as you're playing the right chords. So don't worry so much about that. You'll get the hang of it with practice. Okay, so that was the verse, and now the chorus. It moves to, you do a little bit of muted strings, and then goes back to the open chord. Then from the open, you have your pinky right here, and then it goes down to 7, and then it goes to 5. So the 5 is going to be about twice as long as each of these. So it's gonna, if you would combine this and this, that's how long 5 is going to be. So it's going to be don't make this easy, I want you to mean it, Jay-Z, say you'll mean it. And then this is the part that I was bummed about. So right here, you could either, on that part after say you'll mean it, you're dressed to kill, you could either do an open or an 11, and it really doesn't matter, but I like the way it sounds open. So yeah, so after that, then it's the verse. The verse is the same, you just have to figure out the words. It goes from 9, 7, 5, 7. But in between the first chorus and the second verse, there's a little part. You go back to the, similar to the intro, but it's a little bit shorter. He goes. So it's just an open, but from 7 to 6, 7, 6, with your on the G string. And on the Bosnet video, he does another little thing, but on the acoustic album, you don't have to do it. But it goes 11. 9, 7, 5. So then you do the verse, and then it's the outro, which is I've never told a lie, is 9, 9, 9, open, 11, open, open. I've never told a lie, that makes me a liar, on to 2, 7. I've never made a bet, was on 5, but we gamble with desire, is on back to 7. So again, you're just gonna have to hear it and kind of just play along with it. But he does that twice. So, and on the last part, but after intent to start a fire, it goes from 9, 7, open, and then back to 5. So after that, so you do that twice, and then on the last part, it's just 9, 7 in my chest, 5. So that's pretty much it. I mean, you just gotta practice, and hopefully that gave you all the chords. But if you have any questions, just leave a comment somewhere, or rate, or tell me what you think, because I could always make another one, a better one, that says with something else. Or if you have any requests, let me know. And also, go check out Set It Off. They're awesome. Thanks.